It is streaming. Go back to the lower third. All right. Facebook on. YouTube on. Oh, I just got the notification. Guthrie News Page is live.
Why do I not? It always goes slow for me. Oh, there it is. I feel like I'm okay. I need to share. Right post.
I'm waiting to see. I need some. Oh, perfect. I was needing someone to hit. Is this okay? Is this T-Fred? Is this today? Let me see here. Cancel. So there we need the background. Oh no, that's not T-Fred. So, but this one's here. So let me hit send. Let me see the comment. Nope. Oh, there's Mark. Thank you. I needed someone to give me a test there. Oh goodness, why is that going off?
Hey, Mark.
Comment. Mark. I'm going to hit send. It keeps turning the comment off.
Oh, boy. This is something we should have worked through before the show
started. Maybe I just need a refresh. There's T-Fred. So it's popping up on my screen, but if I click.
Where are you seeing T-Fred?
On the comments right here.
Why do I not see T-Fred?
Yeah, it's on Facebook. You should see that.
No, I don't. I mean, oh, there's T-Fred. Hey, guys.
Comment. Okay, so let me try view. Okay, so if I hit hey Mark on this one and hit comments. No, I don't want.
There's Brock. I like Brock's son that plays for Cashin. He's got a motor on him.
Oh, so if I go comments, let me go to comments here. Oh, I need the main screen. Where's the main screen?
Again, this would have been nice to.
Yeah. Oh, GMP lower third. Oh, that's why it's doing it. Comments.
Oh, it didn't take T-Fred long to jump right in there on me.
T-Fred, that is in the show notes. There it is. Okay. You just got to. It's been a little while since we've done the comments there, so.
Yep.
All right, go back here. Hey, fellas.
I don't
Thanks,
see.
Mark. There's T-Freds.
Where'd Brock's go?
Esports High School Huddle show. If I click this one, it goes back to lower third. Awesome. I haven't seen Brock come through yet.
Yeah, Brock said something.
Was it on your personal one? It should still come through there.
I don't see it.
Well, I don't see it either.
There's Ronnie Boy.
Testing. T-Fred's testing on YouTube. Yes. Just if I hit subscribe, don't miss our future videos.
Am I still managing Facebook this year, and you're managing?
Well, I usually see all of them here, but yeah, you can check up.
No. Just trying to contribute something.
Well, no, you can do it, but see right here, look.
Justify that that second banana award. It's right there.
I see it.
I'll take it.
I see it.
I'll take it. Everybody's a winner.
I go back to lower third. That comes back on there. Awesome. Okay, everything's sounding good. How about the sound effect?
What are we going to use
that's
that for?
Working. I don't know. We got to figure out a way.
I gave you a suggestion.
Yeah?
You didn't like it.
But you don't have very many thoughts. I like to use it more.
Wow.
Oh, was that out loud?
Show's
Testing? 1, 2.
Show's not even actually on, and already got the first chapel insult in. That's great. You talked to Jeffrey Wayne today?
No, I have not. I have not.
Makes me nervous when I don't know where he's at.
This is our pregame show. Cheyenne's at the Stillwater Studios.
Encourage everybody to just submit an email to Chris on any fundraisers at the schools. He loves it when he gets requests to help the children.
Mark West, who does Guthrie play, and is it at home? Phil, answer that.
Duncan, are they still called the Demons, or are we changing theirs too?
We will talk about Union, but no, they're still the Demons.
They're still the Demons. Okay, so Demons are fine. Other thing, okay. Duncan at Duncan.
Thank you, Monty.
Week. Duncan at Duncan.
Guthrie at Duncan.
7 o'clock kick.
7 o'clock kick. Oh, how about this, Mark? We'll do it through the show as well, but how about this? Up there. That answers
dance or what?
That answers Mark's question.
Don't ever do that again. Don't. You got no. Don't do that. Karen Ann's watching, so P's and Q's, people.
See, this is what happens when you say stuff.
I'm just trying. You told me, I've got the text, that you enjoy when you get solicitations for fundraisers from kids in the community.
Now there's a Seabolt family fundraiser because of your comment.
I don't know. Just echoing what you want me to go pull the text up?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes. So got that. Mark, it's in Duncan. We will be traveling to Duncan.
That's code for we're leaving at noon. Jeez. What time are we leaving Friday?
Let's see
3?
here. Get there by 5.
We can leave at 3 and get there by 5.
Yeah,
right?
leave at 3 would be good.
If you drive. Whew. You go kind of quick.
It's a transfer. We got to bring in some. You ever thought about buying a big van?
I bought an Expedition. It seats 400. What more do you need? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get 7 people in there with room in the back.
Really?
Yeah, it's 3-seater. It's 3 rows.
Oh, that's where we're taking Friday then?
Well, yeah, that is literally why I
know.
got that.
I know. I think that's how many we'll have. 7.
Yeah, we can ride 7 with room in the back for the equipment.
Even Bertha?
Yeah, we can get Bertha in it. We might have to have some of the stuff like in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can get it all in there.
Sweet.
Yep.
Very cool. Spoke with the Duncan athletic director, and very nice guy. He goes, "You guys know the drill. We'll see you Friday." So,
my good friend Chris Price, it'll be a Donnybrook. Chris Price, one of the true good guys in the world.
Hey, real quick, I'm glad Cody Knox did that. Cody says, "Hey, Chris and Phil. If you want to watch this also on YouTube, go to YouTube and search Guthrie News Page, and we are there. Just click subscribe and click the bell." I'm surprised how many people don't know that. I was looking at the numbers, like 80% of the people found it without subscribing. So they go to YouTube and search Guthrie football or football.
Yeah.
That's how they find it. So if you subscribe and click the bell, you'll be notified when we go live for football games, high school huddle shows,
anything,
council meetings, anything like that. Doesn't mean you have to watch it, but at least be notified when we go live. So
T-Fred says it's an hour and 20-minute drive. Now, T-Fred, that's from your locale.
yeah, it felt a little bit longer.
It's probably an hour 50.
Yeah, because you go to Chickasha,
Yeah.
and then you exit to 81.
Go left.
And then it's a little bit after that. So
Right by the watermelon capital of the world.
Rush Springs.
Yep.
Make sure everyone does the speed limit if you're going to Duncan.
Yeah, drive fast and take chances.
Marlow and Rush Springs.
Yeah.
T-Fred, I'll tell you how far it is from Guthrie. 98 miles.
Oh, that's easy.
Hour 53. You were 3 minutes off.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
bathroom.
Oh, we won't have time for that.
Get candy.
Right.
Gotta have candy for a road trip. Blow Pops is the candy choice.
I got some green Laffy Taffies. I got some chocolate there. Got some M&Ms here.
Huh. Don't see any Blow Pops.
Oh, no blow pops, no.
Yeah.
No blow pops.
Nope.
We're about approximately somewhere around 2 minutes to start.
It will be at Donnybrook. I love that.
Appreciate everybody commenting so that we're working.
Mark said we were breaking up a little bit. He said, "Is it me?" I mean, I don't. If we're breaking up, Mark, it's got to be me because I mean, it's nothing you did.
No, we got as far as I know, a healthy stream. So
I just went to hit the arm on my chair.
Oh yeah,
about fell out of the chair. There is no arm here.
Yeah, jeez. Lance Evans. I knew that was going to be a. Well, there's Miss Cheyenne.
Okay, boss lady.
Yeah, I was talking to Cheyenne. I didn't want.
T-Fred's already attacking my vehicular. And T-Fred, it wasn't my truck that had the flat tire. It was Chris Evans's.
You can call me back. Okay. Okay, you bet. Bye. All right, we're about 2 minutes out.
2 minutes out.
2 minutes out.
2 minutes out.
2 minutes.
Got a lot of stuff on the wall, Chris.
A lot of stuff people can't even see. Like right above, right there is a lot of some Guthrie stuff up there on that shelf, and some old time broadcast equipment, old baseball glove stuff on that side.
Oh, there's a picture from the cruise when I sent out the urgent
prayer
request.
Yeah, you should
the unspoken
prayer
request from my little buddy Chris.
You yeah, that was a
still one of the greatest moments of my life.
Kinda. Yeah.
No, I loved it. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have to.
When I push that, it mutes everything.
You cannot. That's too aggressive. What are you doing? Maybe part German Shepherd. Okay, I like that one.
That one. Well, this beat mutes everything.
You got to quit hitting that button.
Oh. I'm going to go ahead and get the graphic ready.
Have you done homework?
Hello? Homework.
Oh boy.
All right, about to start.
Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports.
It is the High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Welcome, everybody. Week 2 of the high school football season, along with Cheyenne back in our Stillwater studio.
Thank you,
Phil
Cheyenne.
Nichols, Chris Evans with you here. As a couple weeks are already in the books, got another great week of ball games this week. A lot of the bigger games are in the bigger classes this week, but we'll definitely talk about try to get to all the classes here again. But always be good back on the High School Huddle.
Yeah, always a fun time. And
sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday, and sometimes it feels like a year ago after, with COVID.
Well, and last week we had to cancel late because we had a little medical emergency at my house, and it was good to know that the show can't go on without me, Chris. That made me feel good.
Well, I just needed a little bit more advance notice, and I could have got
in 12 minutes.
Yeah, then again, I could have booked some guests, but yeah,
I was hanging on, hoping they'd come in and say, "Okay, you're good to go." And
yeah.
It just never happened.
Never happened, so, and it happened, so no big deal. But anyway, hey, before we get into the show and all the good stuff about that, title sponsor once again this year, Generations Church, and we cannot thank them enough. Josh and Nicole Seabolt, the lead pastors out there. GenerationsGuthrie.com. For really everything on Facebook, go to Generations Guthrie. They're there. Everyone is welcome there, whether you have been involved in church your whole life or if you're looking to give a church a first look. It's all at Generations Church, 2524 West Noble Avenue. And, there's a lot of great churches in the Guthrie area, but Generations Church is one of those, and just continue to give back to the community.
Yeah, and it's really cool, too. I saw Josh. I believe he's either completed his master's in divinity or he's in the process. I know.
Right.
I saw some things posted where he was on campus and doing some coursework, so congratulations on that, Josh. I think that's awesome. But, yeah, they do a great job and just super people.
Yeah, Ice Cream Social on Monday.
God, see, that's
emergency personnel and the public got to get some a dip of – well, they probably ran out before you had a chance to get
I'm
there.
emergency.
like the police and fire.
Oh,
those. Yeah.
Well, they come to my house.
Essential.
Sometimes.
Yeah, they come to your house sometimes. Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
Sometimes, yeah.
Mostly the police, but
say hi.
Hey, those charges were never mind.
They were out of state.
Out of state, never had a chance. So a big thank you to Generations Church, the title sponsor of the High School Huddle. Well, Phil, there is some news today. There was a OSSAA board meeting today, 9 o'clock sharp, down there on the what's that?
Broadway Extension.
Broadway Extension.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
We've been there a time.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But there was a new sport sanctioned today, Phil. It's a 3-year deal. Esports is official for the OSSAA. Now, there's like a handful of states, more than a handful of states that has
big business.
But anyway, esports. So there will be state not this year. We'll get to that in a second. But there will be state championships given out on a variety of video games. And you're fighting back, Phil. You're fighting back.
I think
let me give you the details here.
Boy.
Okay, the OSSAA enters an agreement, a 3-year deal with the gaming platform Play VS. I don't know if it's Play Versus or Play VS, whatever it is. It's a 3-year deal. The first year will be an exhibition year. So schools are going to play each other in a variety of games. We'll get to the games here in a second. And then there will be a state championship, a state tournament, if you will, at the end of the year. So this year's state tournament, again, it's all an exhibition. Yeah. Next year will be a state championship. A trophy will be placed in the school, into the trophy case somewhere for 2 years. Apparently, there's about 15 Oklahoma colleges that offer scholarships for esports. Amy Castle, who we know very well, one of the directors at the OSA, she will overlook that. The rules meeting, September 20th, put that down.
There's rules?
Apparently there's rules.
Huh.
The competition starts September 28th.
Cool.
And they will compete on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
You know my gut reaction to this, but tongue in cheek. Yeah. But I think it's great. I mean, it's big business. There's professional leagues, big money. I mean, this is a real thing. Yeah, yeah. And and I congratulate and commend OSSA for doing this. I mean, I think it's good. It gives another activity for our kids to get involved in that's positive, that can help them get scholarships and further their education. So I think it's great.
The OSSA did a straw poll of how many schools would be interested in this, and I believe 60 schools came back and said, yeah, absolutely. Wow. But I think now that it's there, I think it will be more than that, looking into that. And, another thing, there's a lot of the Oklahoma City public schools, there's a lot of participation in that. I think there'll be a lot of participation as this gets more and more and more. But you have somebody like that does want to. If you go to Capitol Hill, U.S. Grant, Northwest Class, and I'm just naming 3 schools. I mean, you can say other schools out there in the state of Oklahoma, but you don't want to go play football because you might not be athletic, or you don't want to go.
It's just not your thing.
Just not your thing. Yeah. Well, here's another resource that you can go out and work on being good at something, and it's an extra activity, so you have to keep your grades up. If you're not making the grades, you can't compete against other schools. Right. You can't compete in the state tournament. So I think this would be a big boost for some schools.
It could be the difference between a kiddo staying eligible and applying himself in school so that he can participate in something he loves or she loves and not. And, I mean, so Karen Ann did just point out that Lance may have a chance at a scholarship. so, and I think she's right. Lance is a wee bit of a gamer. So, but no, I it's kind of my job as the resident old guy to go, oh, come on, right? And I like to play that role. But at the end of the day, I think you got to remember, too, it's the Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activities Association, not athletic associate. It's activities.
Music, drama,
speech. So there's there's a lot of wonderful things out there that are great for Oklahoma kids, and this is another one of those things. So I think it's great, and like I said, if it helps just a few kids, it's worth it, right? But I bet I'll make a prediction. I bet 5 years from now, there's more kids doing this than any other activity in the state of Oklahoma.
I wouldn't doubt it. And how cool would it be for a student? And there's this activity. There's a club, kind of like club gaming as well. But how cool it would be somebody to win a state championship, earn a scholarship. I know UCO has
Yeah,
a big deal.
absolutely.
I know the YMCA. I'm a board member on the YMCA here locally.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Fundraiser.
I got YMCA Coach of the Year. I thought you'd point that out, but
Bought it himself. Go ahead.
but they now YMCA competes in these esports activities.
I think it's good. I think it's good for the kids. It's good for our state. So times are changing, right?
Absolutely.
Things evolve.
You want to know what some of the games that participate?
Sure. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
League of Legends. Never heard of that. I don't know what that is. But League of Legends.
Pong on here?
Who?
Pong?
I don't know.
How about Pac-Man?
Oh, I we'll get to that in a second. I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Madden 21. We know that one.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
No clue.
Smite.
Nope.
Okay. Splatoon 2.
Sounds painful.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Sounds like something that could be interesting.
And the other one is the soccer. Is it FIFA or FIFA? Soccer 21.
I'm doing so well.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
It's soccer 20.
I think it's FIFA actually.
FIFA?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I know there's a
honestly,
soccer parent out there that can tell us, but I think it's FIFA.
So FIFA 21. So those are the games out there. So anyway,
that's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to go out and win a state championship for
me personally,
yes, if you had to go out and win a state championship
today or back in the day,
both. If you had,
okay.
I mean, you haven't played a video game in a few years.
Pong,
sure.
Pac-Man. I was dominant at the Pizza Hut in Eureka, Kansas, and Pac-Man.
Oh, you said now Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man?
Oh well, Pac-Man.
Okay.
The original.
Yeah.
Buddy. Yeah. No, I mean, you'd walk in the Pizza Hut right around the left, sit right there, go get you a personal pan pepperoni pizza.
Bon Jovi playing in the background.
Oh yeah, jukebox going, and away we went for hours.
Yeah,
hours. Which that's what old folks like me got to remind ourselves. We had video games; they just weren't done in the comfort of our house.
Right.
We had to go to the
with
arcade.
3D graphics.
Yeah, they weren't cool.
Online with your buddies.
I mean, the first time we got Pong, remember Pong?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, for hours.
Atari?
Atari. I think back now and I'm like, okay, we ate mud basically is what we did. That's how evolved my generation was. So, yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, I've never gotten into it. All of my kids have played it. All of them have played video games. They're even some now as adults will still hop on and play video games. So it's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's just not my thing.
Right.
Yeah. I did try once with Ty years ago. He said, "Come on, Dad, sit down and play." I said, "Okay." I made like 2 minutes. Just could not process fast enough to do it, and I was like, "I'm out."
I think the last time I remember playing video games was the NCAA football. It might have been like 2014, so that might have been 7-8 years ago. That's the last time I remember playing one of those deals. So anyway, very good deal. Yeah. So hey, some other news. We got a few more minutes left in this segment before we hit break number 1 here on the High School Huddle presented by Generations Church. Tulsa Union. They, of course, their mascot, the Redskins, that is going away for all the reasons
everybody knows.
Everybody knows, so we won't get into that. But the Union Mascot Advisory Committee has narrowed down 2 mascots for Union. Now, no matter what their mascot is.
Unicorns?
Union Unicorns. That would have been.
Utopia?
That would go together. But no matter what the mascot is, it's Union.
Yeah. I didn't even, as I told you before we come on the air, we were talking about the 2 options, and I said, well, it doesn't really matter. Everybody just knows them as Union.
Union, right.
I mean, I had to ask you, okay, what was their mascot before? Yeah. Because, I wasn't.
The really cool thing about the Redskins is they ran out of a teepee. You know, how you run out of a...
Careful.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the 2 names that Union is looking at, again, the Union Mascot Advisory Committee, is better known as the UMAC, if you will, has narrowed it down to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hawks or Bison. So a lot of people are watching this stream on Guthrie News Page Facebook or Guthrie News Page YouTube. You can check that out as well as on 93.7 FM. But let us know what you think. Type in the comments, Union Red Hawks or Union Bison. Phil?
Well, I said I like the Red Hawks. Now, like so many things, after you said Union Bison several times after, I'm starting to like, how about this? I like them both.
Okay, yeah.
I like them both. I think the Red Hawks, I think it's their attempt at keeping the red skin there
Right,
somewhat obviously.
Yeah.
I could go either way. I mean, I still think we're just going to call them Union, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters to them, obviously,
Sure.
but I'd go Red Hawks would be my first pick, but I'd be happy if it was Bison.
Ronnie Phillips says Red Hawks. Cody Knox says Red Hawks.
Yeah.
So those are two. So
polls over, I win.
Polls over. There you go.
Yep.
So Phil wins. So, the UMAC, the Chris Payne, who's the Chief Communication Officer for Tulsa Union, released that.
They got all these positions.
So like Tulsa Union's Chief Communication Officer, like at normal schools, is that like the librarian? Is that
the janitor? Something.
Somebody.
I mean, that's a real thing.
That's a Chief Communications Officer.
We're doing something wrong.
Tulsa Union.
I would think that our Chief Communication Officer would it be Doug? Probably Doc, wouldn't it?
Oh, it's Doc. Yeah, it's Doc. Yeah.
We call that the superintendent.
Superintendent. Yeah. We don't have a Chief Communications Officer. I mean, well, anyway. By the way, the Redskins, the mascot that's going away.
Yeah.
75 years.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, we're not going to get into all the details of the why. I think it's well documented. But it is a big thing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Washington.
It's now just the Washington football team.
They're down to. They haven't named their final names.
Yeah.
But they have a couple in there, I think.
But and that's something that's going to continue on.
We do have one vote for the Bison. Greg Gibson says Bison. So
Greg, you and I had a good run.
So, anyway, keep those comments coming. Bison or Red Hawks for Tulsa Union. They are looking for that deal.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll talk about Tulsa Union, Jinx. It's the backyard brawl this week. Jinx Union.
Does that mean as much as it used to?
Yeah, I think it does. Hey, real quick, two notes. One more note on Union. Then we'll take a timeout and come back and look at some of the games. We'll talk about Bixby. Cushing Perkins plays this week. Vian, Lincoln Christian. Carl Albert, Midwest City last. We got a lot to get to, I promise you. Have you seen the new Union Tuttle Stadium?
No, I haven't.
They got a $35 million makeover.
Who did?
Union. The Union Bison or the Union Red Hawks.
Yeah. $35 million makeover.
$35 million makeover, yeah. I've seen the pictures. It looks nice. I've seen video, too. It looks nice.
And that's all private funds, right?
It was a school bond. School bond.
Wow.
Yeah.
That shows how important Union football is over there.
It's fairly nice.
We need to paint a couple things, freshen up the bleachers a bit. $35 million ought to get it done. Okay.
Absolutely. We're going to take our opening time out here on the High School Huddle. So glad to be back here on the airwaves, 93.7 FM, KSBI as well, streaming worldwide at Guthrie News Page, Facebook, Guthrie News Page, YouTube as well. By the way, 93.7, the app. They have an app now.
They do?
Stillwater Radio.
Oh, I should say we do?
Yeah, go download it.
Okay.
Anyway, we're taking our opening time out. Cheyenne's back in our Stillwater studio. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Back after this. This is the High School Huddle, presented by our title sponsor, Generations Church.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I love to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
It is the High School Huddle here on a Wednesday night, getting ready to get set for week number 2 of the high school football season. Of course, it's really week 3 because week 0,
week,
1,
yep.
week 2. So it's really the third week of the high school football season. Cheyenne back in our 93.7 FM studios in Stillwater. Thank you, Cheyenne, for keeping us afloat. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Title sponsor once again this season, Generations Church. Feel free to go by 2524 West Noble. Look around, ask questions. They believe church is not an exclusive club for insiders. You like your exclusive clubs, Phil. Not a Generation Church, though. It's a place for those who doubt and who are wondering if there's anything for them. Generations Church, 2524 West Noble, generationsguthrie.com. Go to Facebook, Generations Guthrie there. And that way you don't miss the next time there's an ice cream social.
I missed an opportunity.
The cones, yeah, absolutely.
T-Fred gave us a little information on the stadium over at says the press box is really nice. They have a full kitchen.
Well, of course.
Of course they do. Who doesn't have a full kitchen in the press box?
You want to be respectful of your guests and make sure they're treated right. I couldn't imagine.
It's not like a place would have you sit on the roof of a, nothing like that.
Oh, no. I mean, you can't even see the.
Yeah, nobody.
At least you can see the press box from a distance.
And never have you sit outside in the weather.
Right. Well, if you're outside in the weather, if it rains or snow,
it ruins your equipment.
You can't have a show there. But anyway, so Union, $35 million. Hey, we're going to talk about the games with Union Jinx a little bit later on toward the end of the show. But they have like press conferences for Union Jinx. The media gets together. They interview the coaches and the athletic directors and all that good stuff. There's a bank that's a big sponsor for that in Tulsa, and that bank gives each school $14,000 each for their academic needs. So
you're doing good.
No, I'm just throwing all the facts out there. It's on my notes. I had to go through it.
What does that you say? I report.
You decide.
You decide.
Yeah. So if you're thinking, oh, never mind. You think you're on. Okay. Yeah. Hey, real quick, Bixby last week beat Jinx for the 4th year in a row.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that. When I ask the question, does Jinx Union have the same, does it matter as much? I think it matters to them as much, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think as far as around the state, I think
lost a little bit.
Yeah. I know Jinx won 6A big boy ball last year.
It's no big deal in Poto. No big deal in Woodward. No big deal in Idabel.
And it used to be kind of everybody paid attention to that because it was such an incredible show of dominance.
Yeah.
And now between Bixby and Owasso,
Broken
Arrow, that dynasty, has been slapped around a little bit.
Well, in fact, Jinx Jr. are going to start playing more, I think, home games instead of playing at Chapman Stadium.
Yeah.
20,000 people at University of Tulsa Chapman Stadium, where maybe it might be only 8,000 or 10,000, but the schools are seeing the reward maybe more financially with the home games. Union's got this $35 million makeover of a stadium.
$35 million for a paint job, you might want to use the facility. I'm just saying.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Might be a good idea.
But just to show you, I found this stat today about Jinx football. Since the late 80s until recently, the home record at Jinx, they had won like 180 out of 197 games.
That's just crazy.
Like at one time, still, Alan Tremble had more state championships than home losses.
Right. God rest his soul, one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a dominant run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just complete dominance. It was crazy. I mean, how many times would have the Jinx Union game early on, right?
Right.
And then you'd say, well, we'll see them both back in the state title game.
And
that's what would happen. I mean, it was like you could just check it off.
Yeah.
These are the two teams that are going to be there. Sorry, everybody else. None of you have a chance. I mean, that's how it was for 20 years almost.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
But my original point, Bixby defeated Jinx a few weeks earlier this season, 23-15. I can't remember what the score was, but anyway, Bixby has won their 38th straight football game.
It's gonna be one of the longest in the country.
It's right now. It's the 8th longest. It's tied for the 8th longest. And if they go undefeated all the way through the state championship, if they win the state championship undefeated, they have the record.
Wow.
The record is 48 by Wagner, which that streak of 48 games ended in 2017. Blanchard won that one in the playoff game. So tied for 8th right now, and if they go undefeated, there's a chance.
There's a good chance, but because I asked you last week, I said, yeah, they got a new quarterback. I mean, that could affect Bixby. And you go, yeah, he was 28 of 32 for 5,000 yards and 9 touchdown passes.
Christian Burke,
Yeah.
18 of 25, 284 yards for 5 touchdowns.
Yeah. So really lost a lot there. With the
He should be okay. They should be okay. Should be okay there.
That's crazy.
Well, Phil, there's a lot of other great stuff coming up through the more Lions.
Yeah.
Hey,
you got a W.
Always like to beat your rival.
Right.
And they beat Westmore, and you're like, okay, 40-14. Well, snaps a 21-game losing streak to their rival Westmore, 40-14. It's kind of like the Cash and Crescent type deal.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it'd be the exact same thing, I think.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it was ever 21 in a row.
No, I don't know. I mean, it was quite a few there.
Yeah.
Before that really good championship run team.
2017?
2017, 2018. I can't remember.
I think it was 17.
Yeah, football season 17, graduating class 18.
Yes,
I think.
yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I mean, there's those kind of rivals that are out there. I mean, Jinx Union, Crescent Cashin,
Hominy Cleveland.
Thank you.
They played their 100th game in a.
I had to remind you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you did, sure. Yeah. Speaking of snapping losing skids, Midwest City defeated Carl Albert 14-9.
Yeah.
Midwest City, I think, had dropped 3 in a row, to Carl Albert. Another great game. By the way, we'll talk about it a little bit later on. Del City, Carl Albert this week as well. But the Bombers have a little excitement as they take down their crosstown rival 14-9.
Yeah, and of course, Bombers coming to 5A.
Ooh.
So
Hello.
Hold on, boys.
And with their friends Del City.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
next year.
It's going to get sporty next year in 5A, but I think some people's gut reaction, because I think a lot of people are just wanting somebody else to be there in 5A.
Yeah.
They're saying things like, "Oh, yep, run's over."
Carl Albert, they won 5 in a row. It's over.
Well, let me remind everybody, Midwest City's probably this number 2 ranked team in 6A.
3 or 4.
2 or 3, but they're top 3 or 4. Okay.
Bixby Choctaw.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So 3 or 4. So not a bad football team.
No, not at all.
A close ball game.
Yes. And
remember, it's Carl Albert. Carl Albert has a history of winning state titles with 5 losses in the regular season.
They do.
So, while I would tend to agree that they lost a lot of talent from last year's team, obviously, they're still Carl Albert.
Right. Right.
I mean, there's still the best thing going in 5A football for the last, 7-8 years.
5A football. We can talk about 5A football real quick. I think that Carlbert's won 5 in a row.
Yep.
They graduated a big class last year. They Coach Corley is still not the head coach, but he's still on staff, just in limited role there. Yep. Mike Dunn, the former head coach at Dale City, we'll talk about this later. Yep. Now will be coaching against his former team. Yep. But new coach, new quarterback. A lot of seniors left off, and I think Carl Albert, there's no way they can stay where they were last year. There's no way.
They lost 2 games in like 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have to come down a little bit. And I think in the process, with them coming down a little bit, 5A, other teams are coming up behind them. Yep. And it's, we always talk about 6A football, how the East is dominant. 5A football, the West has been the dominant over the last several years. Tulsa Central and Booker T. Washington had a few moments in there with state championship runs. But for the most part, it's been the west side of the schools, your Guthrie's, your Carl Alberts, Lawton Mack's got one in there, Shawnee's got one in there over the last 20-some-odd years. But the east side, 5A, you got Coweta on the rise, and we'll talk about Coweta here in a little bit. Collinsville, Tahlequah. McAllister, Bishop Kelly.
Yeah.
All east side schools. Yeah. And then next year you add in that Midwest, Del City is going east, Midwest City being 5A1. So, but I think 5A is going to be a fun class this year to watch. Yeah. McAllister really got going toward the end of the year into the playoffs. Coweta was in a good game with McGinnis in the quarterfinals last year. McGinnis won that game. Yes, Bishop McGinnis lost Luke Tarman, the quarterback, but they still got a couple of great players. The young man from that transferred in from Millwood, his name escapes me right now, but they can line him up a receiver, quarterback, running back, wherever they need him. And they always have great linemen, great scheme. Yep. So I think 5A and yes, Phil and I we broadcast Guthrie football games, and have been since 2002. But I think Guthrie is a team to watch this year in 5A football. You look at the rankings. I know our friends over there call them. I'm not sure who's doing 5A rankings, but I mean they have Bishop Kelly in there, who's 0-2. They have Piedmont. I think this week rankings don't even have Guthrie in there. I don't think I saw them this week.
I mean, it's which I like.
Oh, sure, but and the rankings are just for us to talk about here, and it has no effect on high school football. But Guthrie has a little bit depth. They have what really stands out to me is their defense.
Very good defense.
And Kelly Beebe's defenses are good almost every single year, but this one's maybe not in the years past of the state championship, but we'll see. But I really like their team this year.
Somebody asked me, where do you think Guthrie's going to end? And I said, for me, at a minimum, they're a state semifinal team. And I do believe that. I think they'll be one of the Final Four.
Okay.
I think if they continue to develop, and get some chemistry, get the Chelf kid back, that's a big deal athletically for them. There's nobody in 5A that I look at and I go, Guthrie can't compete with them.
Right.
There's not one team like that. And so I think Guthrie's got as good of a shot as anybody in 5A to make a run this year.
Well,
I really do.
And you look at Guthrie's schedule, they're trying to win all 3 of their district games. They got a game on Friday. It would be the second year in a row they've won all 3 of their 9 district games. Yep. But you look at their schedule and you look on paper. I know paper doesn't hit back, but you look at the Guthrie schedule, they're going to be favored in 8 of their 10 games. Yeah. And I think, McGinnis.
And maybe 9 by the time the game gets here.
Yeah, McGinnis and Carl Alberts. Some would argue Piedmont. A lot of people would say Piedmont might be favored. But
I am not one of those people.
Well, even if it's 7 favored to win 7 out of 10 games. So, but that just shows you 5A2 with Carl Albert, McGinnis, Guthrie, Piedmont. It's always tough.
And what I think is cool about, and we don't want to be homers here. This is the High School Huddle, not the Guthrie Huddle. But I do want to say this about the Guthrie kids this year. What's cool for me is the last 2 years they've been playing as a team. There was a couple years there where we dealt with a lot of crap, just to be quite frank. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of stuff that had nothing to do with playing as a team, and it wasn't a lot of fun, to be quite honest. But these last year and this year, these kids are playing for each other. You can tell that. They're competing for each other, which is extremely important. and they have depth.
Yep.
You know, and they've also got a young quarterback that can flat spin it. They've got a junior tailback that is as good as any running back we've had in recent memory. They've got a big offensive line that's going to get better every week.
All seniors.
Linebackers are well, I'll take our 2 linebackers against anybody in 5A. Just amazingly good. And then I think the best athlete on the field is number 2 for the Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think DeAndre is the best athlete for the Blue Jays out there. So, you know, it's exciting times for the local fan base and for everybody that loves Guthrie football. And I really do expect them to make a run. So it should be a lot of fun.
Let's go back real quick to 6A2 football and the Stillwater Pioneers. Speaking of local fan base, we're loud and proud in Stillwater right now. Appreciate you tuning in. High School Huddle here on 93.7 FM. But Stillwater Pioneers, Quantrell Walker gone. And so you're like, man, what are we going to do now? Well, this past week they take down Edmond Santa Fe, a 6A1 school who was in a state championship game a year ago, and the Holden Thompson and Noah Roberts combined 248 rushing yards. Each had a touchdown each as they take down Edmond Santa Fe 30-20. And so we've been bragging on Stillwater offenses for the last several years with Gundy and Walker and there's a whole bunch of them out there. But the defense, the Pioneer defense, holds Edmond Santa Fe to minus 12 rushing yards on 16 carries. Yeah. So, again, it's early on. Edmond Santa Fe, by the way, 0-2 this year. Their other loss coming to Wausau. I think they'll be okay, but right now Santa Fe's got to find their way, and I think they got a lot of talent to get there. But, you know, Stillwater graduated 33 seniors a year ago.
I know.
And they're, you know, off to a great start here.
Well, I think Stillwater, the community of Stillwater's got a lot to be excited about for years to come because they look like a program now, right? I mean, they're bringing, when you lose these big names that have been, you know, in Quantrell's case, he was a 4-year starter. He started as a freshman till a senior. I still don't know where the young man went, but a phenomenal high school football player, and to lose him and to come back and have 2 kids combined to go for 240. Of course, that's what we're used to Mr. Walker doing by himself.
Right.
You know, I mean, he was a special running back. But, yeah, Stillwater's right there. It's Bixby, Stillwater, Choctaw, you know, Midwest City.
Yeah.
That's
Booker T. Washington.
Yeah, Booker T. But those are the top squads definitely in Division II.
Yeah, Stillwater last year 9-1.
Yep.
The year before that 12-1. The year before that 12-1.
They would have won 2 state titles. There wasn't a school called Bixby.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so but should be very, very proud of what the staff and what the school and what the community and the kids are doing over there.
Yeah, 6A2 is going to be fun. Stillwater, Bixby, Choctaw, Booker T. Washington, Midwest City.
A quarterback from Choctaw, remember him?
Still
wore the little pants.
Yeah.
I can't get over that.
Just a junior. Maybe he had time to fix the pants in the offseason.
He was just junior this year. He was,
still Wausau.
What a competitor.
Yeah, they got.
Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he was all in, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid, he's a competitor. So
you got Choctaw Bixby coming up in a few weeks. What many think might be the preview of the state championship game again this year.
And Choctaw could have won that game last year.
Yeah, sure could.
I mean, it wasn't. You know, I mean, there was some clock management issues at the end of the ball game last year, but you know, as far as just lining up and going out and playing the game, Choctaw was there hit for hit and play for play with Bixby.
We got to get a break here in just a second, but oh, by the way, guess who's 2-0, Phil?
Well, a lot of people, Chris.
Well, that's true. A lot of Guthrie's 2-0. There's a lot. Yes, Phil, you're right.
Sorry.
Let me. Oh, you know.
You got a noise for what I just did? Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you.
I'm going to pull their schedule up here real quick because it might be the end of it. Okay, so they're 2-0 on the year. I'm talking about the Enid Plainsmen.
Yeah,
Rashawn Woods.
Good run.
Enid Plainsmen.
Who they got this week?
Let's go over.
Build it up.
Build it up here.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
We got a few seconds left in the segment.
All right.
Beat Putnam City, 35-28.
Good for them.
And then on a Saturday afternoon game, I was able to watch a little bit of it. Defeated Ponca City 6-0.
Oh, wow.
6-0.
Well, that's 2 more wins than they had last year, right?
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Correct?
Enid Plainsmen, 3-7 last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, you know what? And I'm not digging on Enid.
No.
I'm happy for the kids.
Absolutely.
It's
2-0 start. That's awesome.
2-0 start's awesome for them, and you hope they continue to have some success. It just gets really, really tough. You know? I mean, it just gets
6-8-1. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they're 6-8-1.
So they're 2-0. They're off this week.
Okay.
They go to Lawton MacArthur on the 17th.
They should win that.
So 3-0.
I think they'll win.
3-0. Okay. Jinx.
Loss.
UConn.
Probably a win.
Yep. Westmore.
Probably a loss.
Memorial.
Win.
There's 5 wins.
Yeah.
Norman.
Loss.
Santa Fe.
Loss.
Broken Arrow.
Loss.
Hey, that's how you build a program,
right?
right?
No, it is.
That's how you build it, right?
It is. And they might sneak in there and get another W somewhere. I mean, who knows? You know, you talk about high school kids, confidence goes a long, long ways in any level of sports, but it really matters for these youngsters. You know, they start believing they can. Many times they do.
Absolutely, yeah.
So.
Hey, I just want to give a big shout out to Rashawn Woods and Enid and Plainsman. And a lot of Guthrie people have watched Enid over the years. When Guthrie and Enid had a series going together, it's gone away for. Hopefully, they can reunite here in the future.
Took away our favorite offensive coordinator ever.
Yeah, Scotty Mix up.
Come home, Scotty.
Scotty Mix up there. So, all right, we're going to take a timeout here on the High School Huddle. Before we do that, a reminder: the Oklahoma State Cowboys are in action, looking to go 2-0.
Yep.
As they take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane.
That could be a game.
So we'll have Guthrie, Duncan on Friday night.
Yeah.
It's an early wake-up call
for
the Cowboys and the Golden Hurricane. Game day live at Eskimo Joe's at 7:30 in the morning. Then the network takes over, Dave and John, at 9 o'clock for the pregame show. And then kickoff is at 11 a.m., an early kickoff there. Then after the game, after the network goes off, we go back to Game Day Live for Eskimo Joe's for post-game thoughts, analysis, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Right here
fun time.
On 93.7 FM. That'll take us up to our next break. When we come back, we take a look at some of the games this week. There are a lot of great games this week. We'll also take a look at, by the way, it's the Battle of the Bishops this week.
Yeah, I got my pick.
Somebody's got to win, right?
Now, McGinnis.
Hold on. Oh, we got to do that time. We call that a teaser.
Teasing me.
We'll take a timeout. This is the High School Huddle.
Frustrated.
Presented by our good friends at Generations Church.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
High School Huddle continues on here on this Wednesday night. Appreciate you tuning in here tonight, 93.7 FM. Also streaming this worldwide at on Facebook, Guthrie News Page Facebook, also Guthrie News Page YouTube on either one of those channels. And if you missed the beginning of the show, want to go back and laugh at us, you can always go back and watch the replays as well. Cheyenne back in our Stillwater studio. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you, getting set for week number 2 of the high school football season. Of course, we are brought to you by our title sponsor once again this year, Generations Church. And your kids are their top priority. They will love it just as much as you will. And all churches, really, the backbone is their the children's department. Youth. And so they do a great job there. GenerationsGuthrie.com, also on Facebook at Generations Guthrie. Again, Generations Church, our title sponsor. Thank you to Josh and all the crew out there. Mentioned earlier, Coweta, 2-0 this year, Phil.
Yep. Good wins, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Took down Bishop McGinnis 35-28, kind of get a little bit of revenge of last year's quarterfinal games, and then beat the 4A defending state champions, Wagner, 37-13.
Yeah, put a beating on them. Yeah.
So, anyway, let's take a look at some of the games this week here, some of the big games in the state of Oklahoma. We'll begin with the Perkins Tryon Demons, the PTDers, if you will. They're 2-0 on the year. It's a rival game this week with the Cushing Tigers, who is 1-0. Perkins with the new head coach this year, Dwayne Hudson. Those two victories, 48-0 over Chisholm, and then 41-13 road victory at Tecumseh. And Perkins, a program that has won a lot of games over the last several years. I think they're just averaging just under 8 wins a year over the last couple of seasons, but they just play in that district with Heritage Hall and Kingfisher. And so you always try to have a breakout year, but you're going to have to go through Heritage Hall, who, has all the resources and all that good stuff there. And then Kingfisher, a solid program over the last couple of decades.
Yeah, last 20 years.
And so it's hard to break through just to get a playoff game in that district.
Get a home playoff game. Yeah, it's hard.
But they'll be going up against the rival Cushing Tigers, who a lot of people have a fighting chance to maybe compete for a state championship in 4A football. They compete in 4A too. Had a nice win over Bristow, 35-26. Coach Rusty Morgan over there. But 9-4 a year ago, they returned 7 offensive starters. Probably got a better defense than offense. A lot of great players over there. So Cushing Perkins this week will be a fun game. By the way, that game's being played in Cushing.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 really good football programs as you just laid out. I think Cushing's got to be the favorite in this ball game right now for all the reasons you just said. 7 returning starters, very good quarterback. And they're, they're believing. Now Perkins is capable of winning the game.
Yeah.
But if I had to make a pick, I would say Cushing's going to win that game.
And you can listen to that game on our sister station, 105.5 with Bill and Rick.
Yep.
They'll bring you the exciting call of that one. Perkins and Cushing should be a good one over in Cushing. Next game we'll take a look at here is Putnam City North. Opened at New Stadium was it last year or the year before? I can't remember.
Before, wasn't it?
Putnam North lost to the rival Putnam City recently. Their only game, 35-36. Taking on the Piedmont Wildcats. Piedmont's game last week was canceled due to the virus concerns over in El Reno. Nothing on Piedmont's doing, but Piedmont will open up their season with Putnam City North, a game that's usually pretty competitive.
Yeah. I mean, I think Putnam City North will win this game, and Piedmont. There's a lot of questions with Piedmont right now. I mean, they of course 2 years ago had a good run through the regular season, and I believe made it to the quarters or semis?
I think did they make it the semis?
I can't remember, but they were right there. I mean, they had a really, really good ball club. A lot of seniors that year, a few really good juniors, and then last year was kind of a weird year for everybody. But I think Putnam City North would be my pick in that game. That
game is at Piedmont on the turf.
Yep.
At Piedmont. So that's a 6A2 against a 5A matchup there. Next game we'll take a look at, Wagner is at Tahlequah. Tahlequah, one of those programs we're talking about, Phil, that has a chance to be really good on the east side in 5A and make a run.
Yeah, this is the part, and I say this every year. So many people go, well, Wagner, they win every – yeah, they do, but this is high school sports. Kids graduate.
Yep.
You don't get to go recruit. You play what you have in the community, right?
Right.
And no question, they'll put a
way out there.
They'll put a competitive, ball club on the field because they're Wagner.
Right.
But I think Tahlequah is going to win this game.
Wow.
And I think Wagner's going to go to 0-2. When's the last time we said that? And because I do think Tahlequah is one of those clubs that could make some noise in 5A this year.
All right, you're making me look up my 4A numbers right here real quick, Phil. I got to look up, see if Wagner's even capable of losing 2 games in a season here. It hasn't.
Oh boy.
Let's see here. 14-0, 10-3. Oh, so it does happen. 14-0 last year, 10-3 the year before, 10-2, 11-1, 14-0, 14-0, 11-3.
Yeah.
So they're going to go.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. So Wagner and Tahlequah.
I'm going Tahlequah.
I'm going to go Wagner.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Wagner. I think
close ball game.
Absolutely close ball game, especially Wagner coming off that loss.
Yep.
Wagner's been there, done that.
Yep.
Know the situations. Tahlequah trying to do that. So it'll be a fun game. That'll be
a bunch of 16, 17, 8-year-old kids don't know any better.
Absolutely.
They don't remember 4 years ago.
They don't remember that.
They don't remember 5 years ago. They don't remember last week.
They don't remember that 48-game winning streak,
Right.
the state's longest winning streak in the state.
They don't remember that stuff.
Bixby's trying to get there.
Yep.
All right, we'll see. Should be a good one. Our next game, Battle of the Bishops. QT Fred here as his Bishop McGinnis Fighting Irish looking for their first win as they host Bishop Kelly. Bishop Kelly 0-2 on the season to begin the year. Lost to Podo 35-28. Lost to Sand Springs. Sand Springs, another program on the rise. Bobby Klink, the head coach over there. But Sand Springs beat Kelly 34-13. And always give credit to the Carl Alberts, the Kellys, the McGinnises. They always play those good non-districts. They're getting ready for
tough
district
teams.
play.
Yeah, every year. And and this is one of those games like we were talking about earlier. The Union Jinxes. It's a rival game, so you can throw a lot of things out the door. These kids are going to go up and line up and just punch each other in the mouth. I think McGinnis will win this year. I think they are probably the better ball club, but I expect it to be a 21-14, a 14-10, that kind of ball game. But I think McGinnis comes out on top.
Continue on here on some of the big games.
Whoa.
What?
I need to know what you think about this. T-Fred wants to know.
T-Fred wants to know?
T-Fred wants to know.
Or does T-Fred need to know?
Well, both.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Bishop McGinnis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Bishop McGinnis in this one. There you go, T-Fred. You don't have to. You can stop emailing me now. I'm picking the Irish.
All better. Build
luck
a
of the
box.
Irish.
Yep.
I'll tell you who will really win after we get off the air. Okay. Big one here. Middale again. Del City.
Yep.
They lose their head coach to the 5-time state champion Carl Albert Titans. So Mike Dunn's the new head coach at Carl Albert. He comes over from Del City. Mike Dunn with Carl Albert as a player, but he comes home. And he's going to go up against his former defensive coordinator, Robert Jones. So they should know each other well, even without the coaching matchups, because they're in the same community, same district. They see each other every year. This will be fun. Could Carl Albert begin this season 0-2?
They could. But they're not going to.
Oh.
Yeah, Carl Albert, I think, will win this game, and I don't think it's going to be as close as some people think. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Okay.
I think Carl Albert's going to win it by a couple touchdowns. I think, for all the reasons you said. But remember, the main reason is I think Carl Albert has probably the best. They have one of the best players in 5A.
Buddy.
With Buddy. And it's Carl Albert. I mean, they know one thing over there, and that's winning.
It was Kentrell Bazell. Now it's Buddy Bazell.
Buddy Bazell, yeah.
And I've asked a couple people why now Buddy, which is none of my business. I was just curious, but if we say Buddy Bazell. It's still the big 45 guy. It's
yeah,
just
it's
just not Cantrell. Yeah.
Don't get worried. You don't have a little brother.
Right.
So.
Let me look up Dell City real quick. I'm gonna see what the Eagles have done so far. Lost to Booker T. Washington, 39-26. I think I saw that game streamed or video somewhere. So Dell City and Carl Albert, two more programs looking for their first victory.
Yeah, and Carl Albert doesn't want to go 0 for 2 in the Battle of the Midwest Cities. I mean, in that neighborhood. I mean, that's a bad thing.
We got to get our break in here. By the way, next year, Midwest City 5A1, Carl Albert 5A2, Dell City 5A3.
Hello.
Take our final timeout. Come back, wrap it up here on the High School Huddle with 5 more games to look at. We got to do it real quick. This is the High School Huddle.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle, 93.7 FM, also live on Guthrie News Page Facebook and Guthrie News Page YouTube. Our title sponsor again this year, Generations Church. Check them out, generationsguthrie.com. Also on Facebook at Generations Guthrie. 2524 West Noble. Big thank you to Generations Church, Josh and the crew out there. Just a few seconds left in the broadcast here, Phil. Let's take a look at the 5 other games to take a look at here in week number 2 of the high school football season. Mustang at Stillwater.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Stillwater. I'm going to go with the Pioneers. I mean, I think they're, like we said, they're sitting in that 3 spot probably in 6A2. Mustang, good ball club, but I just think Stillwater's going to handle them.
Holden Thompson, Noah Roberts look to get the rushing game going again for the second week in a row. Mustang got a rival victory last week against UConn. Vian, the Wolverines, taking on Tulsa Lincoln Christian up in Tulsa.
Lincoln Christian.
They seem to be there every single year. Top 2 games in the state of Oklahoma. Broken Arrow, the Tigers at number 1. Owasso, by the way, got a move in. He's like a stud from Tulsa Edison, defensive end. He's got all the scholarship offers and all that stuff.
That's why Owasso's going to beat Broken Arrow this week.
Backyard Brawl, Jinx Union.
This is a weird one for me.
Jinx, defending state champions.
Yeah, they graduated quite a few kids. I'm going to go Union. This is a pick 'em game. Who knows? We're all guessing when we pick this game, but I'm going to go Union.
Hey, Union's got a kitchen and the press box.
$35 million paint job.
How can you not pick kitchen? Union with the kitchen? Everyone's going to be eating pregame dinner,
steaks,
ice cream afterwards,
social
cookies, all
peanut butter.
How can you not pick Union and all that? So
right.
We're out of here. Thank you, Cheyenne, back in our Stillwater studio.
Yep, great job.
As always, best of luck to your team this week. Our broadcast will be Friday night. Guthrie travels to Duncan. Check us out. For Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. This has been the High School Huddle.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.